Scorpio, what's going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it. We're in Cancer season. Neptune is about to go into retrograde. And we are coming up on a full moon in Capricorn. We still have a week until that happens, but we're kind of building up towards that full moon. And with Neptune going into retrograde, it's really challenging us, forcing us to trust our instincts. Trust our instincts around people, situations. Keep your mind open, your awareness open, so to speak, right? Like we kind of do need to do a little bit of reading between the lines right now. Not always fun, and I'm not trying to sell it in a way to be overly skeptical of people and situations. This is more about the things that we've kind of been struggling with for some time that aren't quite working, and we are kind of feeling that value of change and livening. Pluto's also in retrograde right now, so it is highlighting the change, and it just moved into Aquarius end of last year. So it's setting the stage for the next 18 years or so, 20 years. And it's really challenging us to make changes around the things that like we really want to see in our life, the things that make us feel inspired and hopeful and passionate about the life that we're living. That's what Aquarian energy is all about. It's about not being afraid to be your beautiful, unique self. And that can be really difficult in the face of life, people, the crazy world we live in, not good, bad, right, or wrong. But I'd like to start off the readings with an energy cleansing, just to set the tone, set the vibe for the reading, cleanse out those places we are feeling blocked or limited. It's a great time to set your own intention as well, Scorpio, and especially if you've come in with something on your heart, on your mind, something you would like Spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over, be open to receive. It's a really great way to personalize these collective readings. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing and wellness services, and readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your personal situation, how it's faring, where it's headed, I would love to support. Or if you're just looking for more of a realignment of your energy, mind, body, soul, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we're feeling grounded in self, when we know who we are, what we want, etc., that's really where we're feeling or drawing in happiness, fulfillment, abundance, because we know what we want, right? When we're disconnected, it makes it way harder. And I would love to help support in whatever way possible. All the info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. All right, Scorpio, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so that we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love. All right, Scorpio. So I'm hearing like you couldn't have done it. Like you needed to do it alone. You needed to do something alone. You needed to move through an experience by yourself, or what feels to be by yourself. Like maybe you had people who would listen to you, etc., but it just didn't feel like the right support that you needed is what I'm hearing. And I feel like you're kind of coming out of this energy. It feels like you're reestablishing yourself or feeling a little bit more reinvigorated this week. at the same time, yeah, there's still like something, like I think there's still things being sorted with this someone else. I feel like Libra got a very similar energy in the way that like there's still other pieces of the puzzle, of the equation that are coming into play that are filling in the gaps around why someone or something was what it was 100%. What led to this disconnect? What led to the proverbial breakup? And it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be if that resonates for you, but this can be whatever relationship, whatever thing you needed to kind of cut ties with. You needed it. And here's the thing, I think you're kind of in this space where you're healing. Maybe you're intentionally doing it. Maybe you're not. Maybe you don't care, right? Like you're just, but it also feels like life is not moving. I'm not trying to throw shade by saying that, because it doesn't feel like you're against it, but you're kind of like ready for the next thing. Yeah, 100%. You're like, because it's like you've done what you needed to do. And so there is this level of expectation for like reward for what you did, for walking away from something that just like wasn't your vibe. Someone that put other things before you, essentially put, like I said, it doesn't have to be third party, and third party can look very different depending on what dynamic you're dealing with, right? It can just be as simple as someone not giving you energy, like not giving you the time. Constant challenges is what I'm seeing. And for whatever reason, Scorpio, you've had a hard time breaking away from this, disconnecting from this, because it looks like there was a lot of back and forth. There was a lot of good times and a lot of not so good times. And it looks like the good time, like, I don't know that they overshadowed the bad times, but it looks like it was enough to keep you connected to this thing. At the end of the day, something is still working themselves out. And it looks like you separated yourself from this. Perhaps you were waiting to see what they would choose, how they would move forward. Yeah, 100%. As I'm saying that, the cards never lie. Two of Swords energy. Which way are they going to go? Follow their heart, or... Here's the thing, I don't necessarily see you waiting for this thing, but you're still waiting for an answer. And I'm not 100% clear as to why. I don't know why you're, Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. Is it going to work out? But it looks like the frustrations, the annoyances, whatever reason there was this disconnect in the first place is because your expectations weren't being met, right? And it looks like nothing's changed. Maybe time has lapsed, or you think that the distance between you two is going to help them see, help them understand. But honestly, I don't see them evolving, especially with the Two of Wands coming up in their energy. You're giving someone space and time, and they're still trying to figure themselves out. It's hard for you because I think you want some level of validation with this Five of Pentacles. Because it's not about you. It's not about you. Whatever they're struggling with is their own stuff. And that exactly goes, or it goes back to this, like, they're just not ready. They're still figuring themselves out. And no matter how much we want someone to have their stuff together, if they don't have it together, they don't have it together. And this looks like a person situation that, like, either you just keep giving too much of your time, your energy to, you're trying to be fair, you're trying to be understanding, and it just kind of puts you in this place, like, it keeps you stuck in this cycle that really feels like it has no stopping point. I'm seeing that infinite loop, right? It's going to be the same cycle over and over and over again. And I was reflecting on this, I don't know, a week or two ago about how it's so hard to change a dynamic of a relationship once it's been established. Because as humans, like, we expect certain things when someone shows us who they are, then that's kind of what it's going to be, you know? And like our projected fantasies is what keeps us attached. It's what keeps us around. It's what keeps us in this vibe of like well, I'm going to withhold, I'm not going to give into this, but I'm still going to wait around and see how it's going to shake out, right? Whether this person's situation is going to come back around or not. And honestly, it kind of just looks like they have a lot of their own problems and issues that they're dealing with. Like I said, that don't even pertain to you. They don't even pertain to you. But you want certain things. I feel like this is a little bit Scorpio of like wanting someone to be what they cannot or are not. Sorry, I know that's like a little bit harsh. I also think you know this because there's a reason that you've ended this in the past. There's a reason why it's the same cycle over and over and over again. And I guess what I would encourage you to do this week is just like take a step back, look at the pattern, look at the cycle, look at how things constantly play out in this dynamic. Even if you don't have a lot of time or history with this person's situation, yes, this healing energy is coming towards you because this is not going to change. Whatever this person is expressing towards you, it looks like a lot of the same over and over and over again. And these are their own issues. It's their pride. It's their ego. It's their inability to kind of control their emotions and maybe even be an adult person, because King of Wands can be really pushy. Like he can just want it to be his way and that's it. And fire energy is very overwhelming. It's all consuming. It's very forceful, etc. And I feel like this is exactly what you have tried to step away with. Yeah, because you are Queen of Cups energy. Your love, your support, your nurture. You believe in the fantasy. You believe in the ideal. You believe that like things can be beautiful, right? And poetic. But this person doesn't see it through that lens, unfortunately. Yeah, Five of Swords. And they're not willing at this point or this week to like change that. And I'm sorry. I think you kind of know this though. That's why I'm being so blunt. I hope you know that. I'm not huge into fear mongering. I say what I see, but I also don't want anyone coming to this channel feeling like it's like worst case scenario, ominous, like your life's going down, because that's not necessarily true. We always have power. We always have control over what happens, not what's happening to us, but how we want to interact with that person, with that situation. I enjoy the presence of others. I don't expect anything from anyone based on what they appear to be. I just enjoy their presence. I let their appearances go. I become fully present in reality. And I feel like this is, again, not projecting what you want or hope someone something to be, because it kind of just looks like it's going to fall short. You're going to be disappointed, Scorpio. I'm sorry to deliver that. I'm sorry to say that. But I feel like you kind of know it. And so sometimes in these dynamics, just take the good for what you can get. And then when it starts to get a little messy or someone's not being fair or whatever, then you make your choices accordingly. I don't judge anymore. Judging means my ego controlling me. I don't have the right to determine how others should be. I just let things be as they are. I focus within myself, and my positive energy affects others around me. 100%. Easier said than done, especially because judgment is this value of like wanting to control the narrative. They should be doing this. They should act this way. Yeah, maybe, right? But at the same time, people are going to do what they're going to do. And we don't have a lot of say-so over what they're going to do. And so when we can release that judgment, okay, this is just how they're going to act, this is just how they're going to behave, then you can adjust accordingly what you're going to do, how you're going to show up, how much you're going to give. And it's not this thing of like pointing the finger, shame, blame. It's just allowing people to do what they need to do. I accept doubt in my life, right? Not everything is as we think it should be. Doubt is a part of our reality. Doubt is not weakness when I use it wisely. It makes me see the realities of life more clearly. Such a beautiful way to close off this reading, Scorpio. I know it was a little heavy, but again, I really get that underlying feeling like you know what this is. You have enough information to understand exactly how this dynamic is playing out. And that's where your power lies, because it's giving you the information you need so you can make different choices as to how to move forward and really just find more peace around it, around not expecting someone to be something they can't be, and then giving yourself that freedom so you can do what you got to do. All right, Scorpio, I hope this helped. Thank you so much for your time, energy, always. I super appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed the reading and found messages that resonated here for you. Definitely drop comments below if you did. I love to hear, or just say, hey, share in a little love, little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support to the channel. No, I'm sending it back your way.